Hey everybody, I'm Paintball Dad. Welcome back to my backyard. Today I'm going to be doing a video talking about my project for making shirts for my channel. This has been something that I've been working on for a very long time now. It's been way more frustrating than I originally thought it would be. Making the design wasn't the hard part. My wife actually was very brilliant with her editing skills. She took a photo of me at a paintball tournament and she ran it through an app where she did some, polishing up to it. And I'll put a picture of the actual image that she made. It's this same image, but I'll paste it on the video so you can see the raw image itself. And it's very unique because it's not any kind of filter that you can find on an app. It's actually a combination of filters. So I love it. It's very creative. It's 100% unique. But the hard part has been figuring out how to actually print it in a way that is going to be good quality and that I can comfortably sell to my fan base without feeling like I'm giving them a product that is not worth their time. So there's been a number of things that I've tried so far. The very first thing that I tried was I actually went through a friend of mine who has her own screen press machine, and she did a screen press, basically just heat transfer onto a shirt for me and my kids and my wife. This is back in November. This was the last World Cup actually. We got the shirts done and we brought them down with us to World Cup, and they looked really good, but it's not something that I wanted to really advertise and sell to my fan base because it's a heat press. And obviously with the heat press, what happens is, you get that kind of material that will eventually wear off of the shirt because it's just laying on top of the shirt, and so it's just heat pressed onto the shirt, and then eventually over time, after so many washes and after so much wear and tear, it'll eventually start to peel off, and I didn't want that. And I'll show you an example here. So I have my son right here. He's actually wearing the very first shirt that we got designed for us. This is the one that's heat pressed. We got it done with just a small logo on the front chest and then turn around, and then a larger logo on the back. It looks great. But like I said, the only problem is that it's that material where you can grab it and you can feel it. I feel like if I took my nail into it, I probably could just pull it off over time. So obviously that wasn't a viable option that I wanted to, offer to my fan base because it felt cheap. So the next thing I did was I went online, I started looking for websites that I can easily upload an image and then have an online company start printing shirts for me with that image on it. And the biggest thing that I found was Cafe Press, which at first I was like, okay, that's kind of cringe because Cafe Press is super old and I don't know, I feel like it's outdated, but I do have to admit they had really good quality stuff, and it was DTG, direct to garment, so it's not heat pressed, it's not the same as the other type of shirt that I had done. It's a little bit better. Actually, this one is from Cafe Press. This one is the DTG style, or format, I guess I should call it, and it really feels like it's into the fabric. Not quite as much as sublimation, but better than the heat press. I don't feel like this is something that I can just scratch off easily. And they even were able to do a variation of sizes. This is one that I got done for my son, and it's the same type of printing, DTG. It feels a lot smoother than the heat pressed version, and I think it's just a very good job. Honestly, the color quality came out really good. It feels really good. It doesn't feel very cheap. It feels like it's gonna last a good while. I was actually really happy with it. My only gripe right now is that I would much rather go through someone who I know personally, someone who's local, who I can, also help that person promote their business of shirt printing while also, being able to advertise my own channel. Now, eventually, after doing a lot of research into this shirt making process, I came to the conclusion that what I really want to do is make sublimated shirts. Sublimation is that different type of printing process where it doesn't feel at all like, there's something laying on top of the shirt, like it's just a printable or heat pressed image. It's the type of printing where it's dyed really into the fabric, so it feels like it's one with the shirt, like it's never gonna wash off. And so I actually did have an acquaintance who did sublimation, and I'm not gonna mention what the name is of her company because honestly I was very disappointed with the product that she gave me. This is what I got. And as you can see, comparing it to the one that Cafe Press made for me, the colors are very dull on this sublimated one. And also, I didn't really like how she kind of blew up the image. It makes it look a little bit like stretched, and like the detail gets lost a little bit. So I wasn't happy with this one, but I do like sublimation, like, because I can't feel anything. It feels like this is just part of the shirt. So I'm thinking maybe my friend just, you know, was not very well skilled in printing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go back to my first acquaintance who made the heat press shirts for me. She also does sublimation. I'm going to see how that turns out. But here's what I want to say to you guys, my fan base. Do you have any experience printing shirts? Who do you go through? What kind of processes do you use? How do you sell your products online? Because this is all still very new to me, and I am kind of lost in the sauce right now. I hate that right now the best option that I have is going through Cafe Press, because honestly, these are some pretty good quality shirts at decent prices. And I had and I didn't have to do much work at all on my end. It was mostly done for me. But like I said, I would like to go through somebody who I know personally to help them get some business as well. Now, I also have a tech tee that I'm working on with Ugly Paintball. It's been about 4 weeks now. I'm still waiting for them to actually get the product out to me, but I'm very excited for that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually sell that one because it's already expensive enough as it is to order it through Ugly Paintball. And obviously if I try to sell it, you know, after the fact, I'm going to have to mark up the price. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that exactly. I might get a few of them printed out and sell them to like people who I know personally. Like when I go to tournaments, maybe I'll do some individual sales, because I've seen companies that do that. Like when I go to tournaments, there's one company in particular, they're called Deadbox. I love them. They make great products, but for some reason they don't sell their stuff online. They only sell their stuff when they go to local tournaments and set up a booth. And so that might be something that I do with my my tech tees, but I'm very excited for those as well. Oh, and I also am working on a design for my son. It's gonna be like a little Paintball Sun logo. I'm gonna put a picture of it in the video right here. And I'm really excited for that too, because when I went to the NXL World Cup a couple years ago, I remember there was a booth that had some shirts that said Little Baller. They were like little cute paintball shirts for kids. I love paintball stuff that, you know, is geared towards the kids, because I want paintball to be more of a family-oriented thing. That's kind of my main goal with this whole channel. So I'm excited for that as well. So that's my update on where I am with the shirt process. It's been very long and very difficult, very confusing, a lot more work than I thought it would be. And so if you guys have any advice, or just give me your opinion. What do you think of the design? What do you think of each printing process? And leave a comment, like, and subscribe.